I've got nothing to say. I mean, wow. This is as close to a phenomenal show as you can get. Hey everybody, Mike from LA1 here. Welcome back. It is now time to talk about NXT Takeover Brooklyn, which was so good. It had everything from great matches to surprises. Heck, even had guest stars sitting in the crowd. Let's cut the BS. Let's head straight into the let's go over the results in my review. This is actually the biggest show for NXT again so far. This is the first time where NXT Takeover goes on the road. Starts off with Triple H in the rings talking about how the NXT fans made it unstoppable, saying that it was a developmental brand and now it became a revolution. And apparently he wanted the crowd to be quiet for that, and then he opened up his arms and the light moves around and that's when they cheered. But there was a few a-holes catcalling, so that made it kind of sad. But I should and he also said we are NXT, which is on one of the t-shirts, which I'm probably going to buy, because let's be honest, I'm a big NXT fan. And the first 5 matches, I was surprised we only got a few of them, but it was later revealed that those matches were on NXT regular, which they taped a few minutes before. But that's not the point. Let's start off with the first match. We got Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Now, it's one thing. This is probably one of the things I was a little confused for. The fact that they started with this match right off the bat, which was really confusing. Tyler Breeze got a special entrance, kind of like what he got at Unstoppable. He had a New York themed fashion show, complete with people dressing up like the. And I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now back to this. He had people dressing up as the Empire State Building and the Statue of Liberty. Why? And of course, Thunder Liger got the big Legends pop, but he didn't have his signature music for some reason, because let's be honest, I think that was a Vince McMahon decision. The match itself was really good. It was really good. He got an early top rope. Tyler Breeze did his thing on the top rope, laying back. And then a few minutes later, and a few seconds later, Thunder Liger did the exact same thing. Now, we saw a lot of surfboard submissions here that had Breeze in trouble, and then a monkey flip which sends Breeze face first into the mat, and then Liger did a photo bomb with that selfie stick, which I don't know why. But the match itself was really good, and even the crowd chant, "Full Sail sucks. Full Sail sucks." Okay, let's try this again without getting interrupted. Should have done this earlier, but I'm just rewatching it again. To be sure. He got the Liger to stun Breeze, and then just 10 seconds later, Liger hit the running Liger bomb, and the match ended him 1, 2, 3 after hitting the Liger bomb with it. Well, only an 8 minutes and 38-second match, which I was actually surprised. Yeah, I timed it. But I'm surprised that was a pretty short match. For what it was, great match. Thunder Liger looked like he still got it. I know he's wrestling for New Japan. So overall, very well done match. Next, we found out that the Clique was there. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and X-Pac were there, even though Byron Saxton Bosch saying at X-Pac. Stupid. I guess Byron was drunk during that segment, but that's beside the point. Now we got a promo from Nia Jax, which according to the dirt sheets, it looks like we got another relative of The Rock coming in. Yeah. And she's not like most girls, so hopefully she will debut very soon. Hopefully within the next NXT taping. I know they already taped the next one already, so hopefully by the September tapings, she should debut. And gee, I wonder who they're having defeated her to first. Then there was a backstage segment where Becky Lynch and Charlotte, with Bayley Luck, which we'll get to that match later. Next we got, remember what I said one of the biggest surprises was? Well, this is the big surprise, in my opinion. Blake and Murphy defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against the Vaudevillains. And the Vaudevillains came out first, going into their Dapper attire, even though we should have told them that Dapper Day is on the 18th. And the fans, they were clapping along to the theme song, which I was hoping they would bring the first theme song back, but nope, the first theme song's gone, so it's just kind of unfortunate, but oh well, what are you going to do? I like the first theme song better, but I guess they changed it because the crowd thinks they were baby faces, which they are now. Then Blake and Murphy came out, and they got booed out of the building, and they were also accompanied by Alexa Bliss. And this is where the big question was. Who was the Vaudevillains were going to come out? Because when they came out, they had no help to counter Alexa. And Alexa pointed that out before the match got started. But then the ring gear was pretty much a dead giveaway. The crowd was chanting, "We want blue pants." And guess what? Yeah, when Blue Pants music hit, which is pretty much their variation of the Price is Right theme, the place went nuts for Blue Pants. And even during the match, they were chanting Blue Pants City. That was really clever. And Wesley Blake, who is now in trunks for some reason, I actually noticed, I was like, what the heck? Where do you switch? But I have a feeling that we may see a split between Blake and Murphy very soon. The match itself, I was surprised how good this match was. The match itself was really good. We had arm bars, we got plenty of submission moves good. There was a lot of miscommunication to get Simon Gotch in the match. But then things got a little interesting regarding the Divas. So I'm guessing there's going to be a feud between Alexa Bliss and Blue Pants. So, and I was surprised no one was chanting Blue Pants, Blue Pants, Blue Pants like the crowd in Full Sail does. Which, that's something I have to do. That's probably my next thing on the bucket list. Go to an NXT taping. Who knows? Maybe they'll come here down the line. That'll make a good day in the live video. This was interesting. Alexa Bliss got on the ring apron. Blue Pants pulled her down and there was a cat fight, which was really good. Murphy tried for a roll-up, got it too close, got a 2 count, but he unfortunately got into the whirling dervish, and I was not expecting this personally, but the Vaudevillains are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. I was actually really thrown off guard by that. And there was that, I was thinking, really? I thought Blake and Murphy were going to drop it to Enzo and Case. How you doing? But I'm guessing they gave it to the Vaudevillains because, well, they have something else planned regarding the next one. The next TakeOver special. Then we saw what we saw in the pre-show of Neville and Cesaro wishing Finn Balor good luck. Like earlier. And then I was really looking forward to this, personally. Apollo Crews made his NXT debut. And Ty Dillinger came out as the perfect 10. The crowd was chanting 10, 10, 10, 10. And this was a really stupid decision on Ty's part. He put that 10, which was cut to the back of his hair, which was really stupid. And he flips into the ring doing the 10. Apollo Crews got a huge pop, and they were chanting ooh ha, ooh ha, ooh ha, which is not his name anymore. But however, his name originally was Hoo Ha Nation. But if you look at his T-shirt, it says Apollo Nation. So I have to give them credit for marketing because they kept that part in. I have to give them credit for this one. This match itself was actually pretty good for a squash match, personally. I mean, Apollo looked very impressive. And I haven't seen anything much about this guy, but I'm really liking what I've seen so far, especially in this moveset. I mean, well, I haven't seen a guy of Apollo's size do a standing enziguri kick. That is incredible. But I really love the finisher. He does a gorilla press, kind of like what the Ultimate Warrior did, but instead of the splash, Apollo uses a standing moonsault, which was really good. And this was probably the shortest match. Yeah, 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I have it on my list here. But hang on, let's see how long the tag team one was. 10 minutes, 16 seconds. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was wondering what... Yeah, I thought that match dragged on personally. I didn't think the match dragged on personally. This was actually a good match. Apollo Crews wins. Surprise, surprise. No surprises there. And then came probably the reason why... my opinion, why the Vaudevillains won. William Regal announced the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which will start on the September 2nd taping, and which will end at the next takeover on October 7th, 2 days after my 23rd birthday, which is kind of cool actually. No details are given, or the location, because they potentially could move this, but I have a feeling this one's going to be going back to Full Sail. But this was really unbelievable. I hope they do a takeover in Los Angeles, because if that's the case, I'm so going. Next, we got probably another highly anticipated match. Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe. There was a video package saying that Baron Corbin doesn't care about the fans. They finally turned him heel. And I learned a little bit more about Baron Corbin. He used to play in the NFL. He actually played college football, but he got kicked off the NFL because he got into too many fights. So let me get this straight. He got kicked out of the team because he was in too many fights. And yet Tom Brady didn't get thrown off the team for deflating footballs. I don't know. It's just... yeah, that joke probably deflated. But this match itself, even though many people say this was I agree that this is probably the weakest cup match of the night. That the match itself was really good, personally. And within less than a minute, Joe had the clutch. And Baron Corbin really stood out in this match, which was actually, I was actually very surprised by this. And even some... Mojo finally got him into a submission, and this was the first time. And heck, for the first time ever, we saw Baron Corbin do a submission move here. It was actually very good. This was actually really good. But I was not expecting was we all knew this was going to happen. Samoa Joe wins when Baron passed out at 10:24. And Corbin argued, saying that he never gave up. Well, we all know who is he losing to when he goes. Gee, I wonder when we all know now he's going to be losing to Cena when he gets called up down the road. Then we got more special guests. We got Sergeant Slaughter, Ric Flair, woo, and Team Bad, Naomi and Tamina in the crowd. And gee, I wonder what match is coming up next. Oh. Oh man. This match, I was so worried. For one reason. I thought this match didn't live up to the hype. I mean, after the last NXT Takeover between Sasha and Becky Lynch, I thought there was no way they're going to top it. But surprisingly, this match not only managed to meet my expectations, it freaking surpassed it. Sasha Banks defends the NXT Women's title against Bayley. And oh my god, this match was freaking phenomenal. This match of the year. I'm saying, first Bayley came out with a yellow polka dot to honor Dusty Rhodes, which was a very nice touch on herself. Very nice touch, if I do say so myself. But Sasha Banks got the WrestleMania treatment. She came out in a Cadillac Escalade surrounded by bodyguards. And the match itself, she started laughing at the dusty wristbands, and then the catfight began. Woo! And it was actually really good. I was surprised Bayley didn't do the bionic elbow, but that would have been a nice touch to make this. This match itself was actually really good. It was back and forth, the close calls. Good lord, man. The storytelling was great. The close calls were really good. The match itself was, and of course Bayley took off, not Bayley, Sasha took off Bayley's hand bandage. It's her cast. And she put it in the stairs, and that looked incredibly painful. I'm surprised that didn't break her hand personally. But the match itself was this match was unbelievable. But probably the biggest surprise was Sasha dropped to block the Bayley to belly, and she locked in the bank statement. Bayley crawled for the ropes. Sasha stomped on her hand to stop her from reaching the rope. But the biggest surprise was Bayley reversed, and she put her in the bank statement. I swear, if she would have tapped out right there, that would have been an awesome way to end the match. But I guess what they ended up doing here was just as good, personally. Then, when she broke out of it, Bayley pulled her up, hits the Bayley to belly, and Sasha kicked out of her close too. And the crowd, you could tell the crowd was really close to it. And even if you watch the footage again, if you have the network, go rewatch this and watch Byron Sax's reaction. He thought Bayley had it. Of course, Bayley went for the super Bayley to belly, but Sasha knocked her down. Bayley did the forearm. And tries for the Bayley Karana. But only to have started to shove her down, crashing down to her face, which almost looked like her neck, so I thought she might have gotten hurt. She dumped down to Bayley for another close two. They got into the corner again, and this time Bayley hits the Bayley Karana. Bayley got on her feet. The crowd was going nuts during this, and Bayley hits the Bayley to belly. 1, 2, 3. Bayley has finally done it. She is your new NXT Women's Champion, California's own Bayley. Which was, I'm really happy that Bayley got it, because this was a phenomenal match. I was hoping Bayley was going to win it, but once again because they had to build up credibility. Although personally, she should have won it at Rival, but oh well, what are you going to do? And of course, after that, they had the Charlotte and Becky Lynch came out to celebrate. It was hugs all around, including one from Sasha, which was good, and they did. Yep, the 4 horsewomen, and the crowd loved it. There was a huge NXT chant broke out after that. I mean, wow. And then after that match, I was like, oh man, how are they going to top that? That should have ended the show. But no, we got the ladder match to go through next. And speaking of SummerSlam, the very first NXT champion, who's now the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, is here. And then, which I will talk about that tomorrow in my SummerSlam predictions video. And then it was announced that Triple H will be taking over the UK in December, which is going to be interesting if there's going to be an NXT Takeover there. So that could happen. Now let's talk about the main event of the evening. Finn Balor defends against Kevin Owens in the ladder match. Of course, let's talk about the entrances. Kevin Owens came out And I was thinking, oh, I can't wait to see what his reaction to Finn Balor's entrance is. And heck, I was looking forward to Finn Balor's entrance myself. And I didn't realize that when they left Full Sail University, the production value for Finn's entrance was just as good, minus no pyro or anything, but we'll wait for that when he gets called up to the main roster, which I'm hoping he doesn't beat the Cena, but I personally don't see him as a heel with that body paint, to be honest with you. In fact, they even there's been rumors speculating, because if Cena does leave, Finn Balor could be the next face, which actually that would be a great idea, personally, but chances are they're probably going with Roman Reigns. Not a bad choice either, myself, personally. And of course, Finn Balor had, apparently they got extra people to do Finn Balor in the pink gear, apparently, which the match itself was really good. This match itself was phenomenal. The spots were really gruesome. And I think Kevin Owens was bleeding during this. We had the apron power bomb. They even fought through the crowd for at least a couple of seconds. Oh, and by the way, before we get to that Bayley won, the Bayley vs. Sasha Banks match was 18 minutes and 12 seconds, the longest match of the second longest match of the night prior to this one. The match itself was actually really good. There was a cannonball, there was an Olay chant, and Sami Zayn said, like that. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to do Kevin Owens' reaction. When Finn Balor came out on the lights were on, we saw Kevin Owens taking Corey Graves' chair, was sitting. I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool. Can we fight now, please? And besides, they had the NXT title on the entrance ramp, which was how are they gonna do it? But that was really cool, the way they did that, which was awesome. So now this will probably lead to the next question. Oh, by the way, I should explain that. The match itself was actually really good. Kevin Owens at one point nearly won this thing, but probably the ending was really good. Finn Balor hit the coup de grace off the ladder. Yeah, which was pretty good personally. Great ending for the match. And Finn Balor grabbed down the title. Finn Balor retains the NXT Championship. So overall, this is a 10 out of 10. If we're talking about for shows of the year, for me, chances are it's either going to be WrestleMania or this. It's going to be a tough call. And I'm hoping, if WWE is smart, they put the Bayley vs. Sasha Banks in the Slammies for Match of the Year. I mean, the ladder match was just as good, but it wasn't as good as this match was. Alright guys, this concludes this video. I gotta turn in, but before I do go, we are gonna do the updates of the video of the roster, which I promised, which I will post that in a little while. So stay tuned. Good night.